interesting. Yeah.
I think your house is listed on the side of one of them.
Okay. I'm new to all this. I don't know anything about any of this stuff.
I don't understand it much either, but
TVA, yeah, makes sense.
This is usually the time of year they reassess before they do the taxes.
Is it?
It is.
well,
usually.
I saw him stand in front of his house the other day taking pictures,
Ah, well,
and
good.
so I'd say, you know,
Means they're going to raise your tax.
yeah, right, there you go. That's what.
That's what it means.
They should have told me before they were coming. I would have made the house look like garbage. Too late now.
Okay, when I get the other one, I'll let you. It's
I
820. You're missing 825,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm missing that one over there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
honey.
I really appreciate it.
Is your lot the one with the garage on it or beside it?
The one with the garage on it.
Is it?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to Ashland on a vacation, and
That's the one that burned down?
it burned down.
That had to be horrifying.
That one up there burned. The one on the first one by the fence, it burned down, and the poor little house that was in between. I guess the heat, you know, from the house and this, that, and the others.
Kept it from burning?
Finally ruined it or something, and they tore it down.
But yours caught from one story?
No,
Separate
different times.
Different times.
but,
Okay, I'm sorry.
The poor little house in the center just got it on both sides. So
That's terrible.
that's why it's like that.
So have you gotten your shots yet? No, so we need to stay away from you.
They're
though.
talking about it.
Okay. Have you been calling Wheelers?
No, I didn't call when I heard the governor had told, what's that health department over here on 4th Street or whatever?
Yeah, the health department.
Health
Fayette
department.
County Health Department.
That I can hold
Oh,
that,
I got
honey.
it. I was rearranging.
That they was going to find a way to go in and give everybody a shot. So I said, well, if they're working on it, you know, there's nothing much you can do. You just got to wait till they.
I don't know. If you keep calling them, they might get to you faster.
You think so? Well, one poor woman on TV, she said she called and called and called for her husband because he was crippled, and she's finally got some
Well,
help.
good. Well, good. Yeah, I think
So-
you ought to keep calling.
So
Keep calling. So we won't get too close to you because we've been out and about. We're all shot up and 2 weeks out from both.
honey,
We're trying to be careful for people.
I tell you, I think they have kind of tamed it down. I
Yeah.
do. I believe it's.
Yeah, there's still
It's,
people getting it and dying every day though.
Yeah, they are.
Don, across the street from me, was in the ICU for about 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
And
He almost
it's been-
died.
It's
His
been
entire church got COVID except for 2 people who had vaccinations.
the entire church except for 2 people. He's been about 2 months of not able to do anything.
Don or his brother?
Don.
So his
Ah.
brother, luckily, wasn't there. He was at a different facility at the time.
Okay, because I know his
Don
brother's
didn't go
in
to the
bed
church.
now.
I mean, Don's brother didn't go to church.
Yes.
Don, everyone who went to the church got it, except 2
Honey,
people.
Don is a wonderful person.
He is, and we're trying to
He's-
watch the property for him.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing he's asked us to do, tell her. The
He
only
wants, he wants me to kill all the weeds in his yard. He wants me to do the roundup and kill the weeds. It's the only thing he wants me to
it's the
do.
only thing he's
Only
asked us
thing.
for.
To kill the weeds.
Around the fence.
Yep.
By God, kill those weeds.
Well,
Doesn't that sound like Don?
well, my,
We're like, Don, what can we do? Can we bring you some food? Can we take your mail in? Can we bring you, what can we do? Could you kill the weeds? Could you get some Roundup for me and kill the weeds before they get out of control?
honey, he just will wonder. He's the most best
Well,
neighbor.
he's the first one who came
Yes.
up to Kagan when he moved in and started cutting his grass for him. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Just one day he just started cutting the grass and he's like, it needed cutting, so I cut it.
Well, he would cut the grass next door to
Yes,
you too.
yes.
Yep.
Yes, he was.
Derek's.
On that bank, I said, "Oh my goodness."
I know.
Going down that bank and everything. Ooh,
He's a sweet neighbor.
He's very.
honey, he's wonderful. You
Speak-
wouldn't find a no better neighbor than him.
Speaking of sweet neighbors, you've been a sweet neighbor to my son also.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. I have a favor to ask of
What?
you. I have a favor to ask of you.
Okay.
I'm thinking about retiring soon, And I've always wanted to be a writer. I've written stories for the Herald Leader. I used to do magazine reviews and book reviews and restaurant reviews, just little stuff, not for a main living. And I'd really like to write a story about the neighborhood.
Well,
And I would have to start with you and Frank.
well, honey, I'll tell you where you could.
Would you let me interview you?
Well, I'll talk to you sometime.
Okay.
You need to go down where they keep the records on the
Public records, yep.
property, and get the date when this turned into
Philip
Bennett.
Philip Bennett subdivision.
And his name was Philip.
Yep.
Philip
Bennett.
Bennett. And he donated part of that land there to the Red Mile for a parking lot. So
I didn't know that.
You get a lot of it.
So get the plat from the
I would
county
say it's
clerk?
a plat down
From the county
plat,
clerk?
but all of this was farmland.
Yeah.
So,
But I want the real story.
honey, I had a picture of it, and I do not know where it disappeared to. I had a picture of this street before, when it was a dirt road,
Oh my goodness.
and these were most of them were shotgun houses,
Yeah.
little shotgun houses.
Wow. You gotta find that for me.
Honey, I wish I could, because I always loved hanging on to old stuff. And I got a feeling one of my granddaughters got it,
Yeah.
because she
I'd love
liked
to
the
see it.
things of,
Yeah.
and
But I would really like to just sit down and chat. Maybe someday I could pick you up your favorite lunch and bring it over. When it's nicer, we could sit outside.
that'd be fine, honey.
And what day is there a certain day of the week that's better for you, or a certain time of day, or?
Honey, you just have to call and
Okay.
check,
All right.
because my nurses come twice a week, and they have to call and tell me
What time?
what times and this, that, and the other. So,
So, what's your favorite lunch?
honey, I very seldom eat.
Well, if you
I-
had your pick.
In the mornings, I get up with Frank at 6.
I thought it was Cracker Barrel. Somebody told me it was Cracker Barrel.
Frank was Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay. He told us it was your favorite. I think he was just wanting
Well,
his favorite.
that's because he went there.
It's because he's a man.
And but I always like rallies. We used to have a rallies over here.
Do they still have rallies? Do they still
It
have rallies?
closed.
I know
Ours
that
clo-
one did, but do they still
Ours
have
closed.
it? Yeah.
But they had the best. You take the French fries and put chili over them, and cheese, and
Onions. Yeah.
in other words,
But we still
anything.
have rallies, don't we?
Yeah, we still got a rallies.
Yeah, one
Georgetown.
on Georgetown
Yes, we
Road.
do.
So what do you
What?
like?
That
The fries with all the crap on it.
the crap.
Chili and cheese. Their fries have seasoning, right?
I
Isn't that,
tell
you
you,
and Rima like them.
I am well, might as well say a crappy eater.
Takes one to know one, Mabel.
There you go, honey. Let me tell you.
I just
now.
like different crap than you like.
You know, when you raised up on back in those days, garden food, and you get tired of it. So when you can get this stuff,
Yeah, it's gold. It's gold.
That's what happened to me when I went to college. I just
Is it?
discovered everything else. Every place we ate at had like all the drinks, like all the special drinks that you can mix and match.
yeah.
The
You can
Coke
add-
machines.
Yeah, you can
and
add
so-
vanilla, cherry, whatever to any drink you want. And it's not even crazy.
He had never had soft drinks growing
Yeah,
up.
No soft drinks, though.
So he saw those machines and he went crazy.
Well, honey, I tell you, I've got 3 great-grandchildren
Wow.
that will not drink nothing but water,
That's
Water.
great.
Good for them.
and they're about like that.
Good
but
for them. He drinks about 8 or 10 glasses a day.
I pretty much am only water now.
They don't.
Good.
You can
Good,
say,
good.
"Do you want a Pepsi?" Uh-uh.
That's
Nope.
great. That's great.
That's
No.
good.
But of course, I've got some that eats like me.
Yeah, there's one in every family, at least one.
Ah,
Well, anyway, that's what my favor was. So I'd love to meet with you sometime and
well, that's all right.
and get the scoop. You know, like Frank started telling us about the grocery store. I want to know
Yeah.
all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know I'm not so worried about what the county clerk's office has. I want to know what's in your brain.
Well, I tell you, the library too has got some awfully good books with pictures in them.
Of this place?
Downtown,
Yeah.
on Main Street.
Really? Like in the special collections, maybe? Or
I think it's up on the Kentucky floor, which I think is the 3rd floor.
okay.
I'm
My grandfather has a
forgotten
collection there. We donated a collection of my grandfather's photographs. He did 2 books about old Lexington, but his were mostly like the downtown side and the cemetery and all those places. But I've been in the special collections many times up there in the history section.
Well, the history section.
So you say there's a book that's about Philip Bennett?
I imagine there. I never did find one, but I'm sure if you
think there
looked
is?
around very much, you'd find it.
Surely there's pictures somewhere.
Yeah,
Well, but that's really not what I want. I want your stories.
but
More of like how this neighborhood is
Happen.
so different from all the
So
other
unique.
neighborhoods. Like
now
the cats.
I didn't see it, but those 2 houses right there that's turned, that way, the brown one and this one, they were moved here from off of around the corner.
The white one and the
And
where the
brown.
Democrat lives.
Of course, they have worked on them and changed the looks of them now. But those 2 were moved here from up around the, off of one of
Really?
either Embry or Hammond. I think it was Hammond.
Wow.
But see, stuff like that.
But why were they moved?
That was back in the old days. Like I said, the dirt road. And we didn't have sidewalks. We had to pay the city to put in some sidewalks.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Back.
That's interesting. I want more of the story of why Don's such a good neighbor and how long you and Frank have lived here and, why your daughter lives there. We want those stories.
Clearly, the house is burning down, and the poor little one in
Right.
the middle. Those are the things that you're not going to find in the books.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So it's a lunch date.
Okay.
I'm going to hold you to it.
All righty.
All right, it's a lunch date.
Okay.
You been doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been doing
Is Frank
fine.
doing okay?
Uh-huh.
He's been working his little tail off on those houses.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. I'm hoping you
It's
get
been-
them finished.
When we have
It's been a
lunch,
lot of fun.
I'll bring you pictures and show you before and after if you're
I'd
interested.
love to see them.
Because he really did 1240.
1243. So, whenever I bought it, I worked on it for a week, 10 days,
Solid.
maybe 2 weeks, just every single day, every minute. And then the people across the street were just like waiting for me to walk out of the house, and they just ran up to me with money and were like, "Please let us rent this house."
Oh,
And so I
yeah.
let him move in a couple days early. So I really
It was the
only-
grandfather of the people who live
Yeah,
across the
he wanted to be
street.
next to his
He wanted to be with his
grandchildren.
grandkids.
So it was great, but it's just like everything just happened so quickly.
But they rushed him. It was
Yeah.
like, we want in,
Yeah.
and
I'm-
we were like,
That's the problem.
we're cleaning, we're trying to clean it up, we want to finish painting,
Yeah.
And they're like, we want in, we want in, we want in.
I had a wall half painted. And he's like, "I'll take it as is," and I'm like, but it's
I wanna
half
finish."
painted."
See?
And it was like, yeah, they didn't
And
mind.
then he would probably start saying, you need to fix so and so.
He never did. He never,
never
did?
Nope.
So far,
Just
well,
so
he's
happened.
only
Wow.
been there a month.
He's
Oh.
only been, well, I mean, 20 days now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he just,
And then the other one, 1229, that one was had it torn down all the way toward the floors out, everything,
Yes.
floors, walls, everything, and started all over.
complete remodeled.
And it's already rented as of May 1st, but they're already moving in, right?
Yeah, they're already moving in. So,
And
And it's got
1229?
brand new floors, all painted, a new closet. He upgraded electric. What else did you do? Had
Pretty
all the
much
plumbing,
every single thing.
single plumbing thing renew. So it's in really good shape inside. We didn't
I'd
do the
say
dimensions.
that it needed a
Yeah,
lot
it was
of work.
it was in bad shape.
I think 1243, it had been worked on.
Yeah. And
But-
we left the carpet. We cleaned it 3 or 4 times, and it got all that smoke. It had a lot of smoke smell in there.
Well,
Stain.
You know how people are.
Well, we think it was smoke, but we think it might have been something else.
Well, it probably was.
Because it was you could literally scrape your fingernail and get thick.
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
Like meth.
couple of them we had problems with.
Yeah. But it's cleaned up. It's really cute. It's a cute little house. It's a really cute little house.
Boy, he's a noisy little
And
thing.
anyway, he's still never really been in the one next door, other than
Yeah,
he fixed some electric things. Didn't you have some electric things?
Yeah, so Derek Naylor's house, I've still only been in one time. only seen it once,
But he's happy there.
he's happy. I'm happy. So it's all working out.
825 is a little worse. A little
Let's
trouble.
see.
825.
Are you having trouble with it?
I think I gave them a month notice a month ago, and they had no place other to go, so they just kind of like begged me to let them stay. So I was nice and let them stay. But
The problem
Kagan.
is they
giving
keep.
them, next month is their last month. I told them they get
I was
2 more.
fixing to
at
say,
a time.
Kagan,
Yes.
they're
I
using this
agree.
as a thing, and
I know.
Well, the problem he was kind of okay that they were always a little late and that sort of thing, but
Well-
they would say we need a plumber because this, and there was nothing wrong, and they swore that the electric didn't work, swore that it didn't work, and it was a friggin' light bulb.
They told me that the raccoons had chewed through the wiring and the lights didn't work anymore, but they just never changed the bulbs, so all the bulbs burnt out.
And he even asked him, "Did you change the bulbs? Did you flip
Yeah,
the breaker?"
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So he paid an
So
electrician
it
to
was-
go over there and
It was
put a
those
light bulb in.
things, yeah.
And then they did a plumbing again. She said something about the
Yeah,
sewer.
it's
She
just
said there was a
things.
water leak, and he called the water company. And there's no water leak. They hadn't paid their bill for 3 or 4 months.
well,
Their
They-
water bill.
honey,
So-
I tell you.
So he's been very patient with them. Very patient.
Well,
Well, first, like, they paid me on the 3rd, and I was like, okay, 3rd's okay. And then the next month it was like the 7th, and I was like, eh. Then the next month it was the 10th, and then it was the 15th.
And
So
I was like, no,
okay, yeah.
no.
But then once I scared them a lot, they paid me very quickly, and we'll see.
But it's
We'll
hard
see.
because it's an elderly woman and her granddaughter who's not really, I don't know.
is
fully-
she back down there, the older woman
Yes.
Yeah.
that's supposed to
Yes.
have broke her ankle?
She's in a wheelchair. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Well,
Do you?
see,
I don't
she's
see
in the
that.
wheel.
But the granddaughter is the problem.
The granddaughter is
She's
a
not up
bad.
there.
Yes.
She's not
yes,
quite all right,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is sad.
That part I know. I
Yeah.
remember.
And I think they
Uh,
needed the money from the person who died.
Yeah.
And there's a woman, I don't know if she's kin to him or what, but she told me
Brenda.
she
yeah.
was a caregiver or
Yes.
something, and she would
She's the one.
call you.
She's the one I've been working with. I have not talked to those people at all. They're,
Honey, she'll talk you out of anything.
yes, she will.
She'll
Yes,
try.
she does. I know.
Yes, she will.
Been through it.
Yes, she will. Yes, she will.
He's learning.
Yes.
Oh, we had some Mexicans live there, and which I don't mind but they had finally got to where they moved in another batch. And then they brought in another batch, and the first thing you know, that house was full.
Really full.
So that don't you can't.
You know, and
do
they're not
that.
even using that basement. There's a basement in that house that could
Yeah.
be.
They can't. Neither one of them can go in the basement.
They can't use
Um,
steps.
So when I scared them, the other 2 people moved out. So now it's just Ruth and the daughter.
Well,
So it's just those 2. In
Does
there.
that house have an attic?
no, not that you go up in.
Because it looks like there's a
I
window.
know you can. Yeah, there's a window up over the curtain, and I think at the back, over the backer part, there's the window up that way. If I'm not.
But you can't
mistaken.
get to it?
You have to. You have to do your ladder, and just climb up there.
So there's
and
no
go.
stairs anywhere?
No.
Because it looks like it's a second floor.
In the little kitchen nook.
Yeah.
If you look up overhead is some storage.
Yes.
Yeah. It's-
Okay.
Okay.
Because when I walked in there, I saw that
With
that
Frank.
room,
He's
that
only been
room-
there the time
that
Frank
room
showed
looked
to
a
him.
little different. It looked like a wall was looked like there could have been stairs there at one point. It looked different.
Yeah, it will. There was a real old big house back in them days. You know, the houses was 2 stories and this, that, and the others. It was there, and it rotted down. They didn't take care of it or anything. And the man that finally bought that was attached to the church. That was a big, deep hole there.
Oh.
We didn't have a church. And he remodeled that, tore the old thing down and built that house. And he used what he could, but when we bought it, we had to buy it through the church. The people were into.
Attached to the church. So is it the same church people? The black preacher?
No,
different.
I don't know what. Wesleyan.
Wesleyan. Yeah, Methodist.
That was the first church.
Now it's something else. Yeah.
They had kind of strange. Two things that turned me down. He said that I couldn't wear my wedding bands. I couldn't wear jewelry. And you do not wear slacks because you're trying to be a man.
And don't speak unless spoken to, right?
And
Keep your place.
It was coming down, I think, to it. So I give up.
I have a cousin who goes to that
I give
church.
up on that one.
I have a cousin who goes to that church, and her pastor told her not to get a vaccine, so she won't.
Well.
So I said, "I'm sorry, I'll never see you again, Wanda, at a family reunion because I'm not going. You don't get a vaccination."
My daughter was going to the church, the same church. Not down here, they had moved somewhere else. But all the preacher would talk about was himself. I said, that's not church.
How is that like Jesus?
She said he'd say, complain about what was wrong with his health. And, to me, and I tell you, I might be weird, but I still say a preacher should dress up in at least a decent suit or something, and no holy blue jeans and holy t-shirts or anything like that.
I have to say though, Jesus didn't dress up.
No, he didn't. Bless his heart. He did the best he could.
I guess I care more about what they say than what they wear.
Well, I felt like,
and what they do than what they wear.
I felt it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
I just felt different about it.
Yeah. I just think they ought to all be taking care of the poor and the homeless instead of building gyms and charging for parking.
Well, I tell you what.
And paying taxes like I do.
I'm sure they could find enough sick people and not just sick, but old people who cannot
take care of themselves.
Have, say, special food.
If every single church in Lexington took one homeless person and rehabilitated them, we would have no homeless in Lexington.
Well,
one person each church.
That's
Southland
true.
Christian Church rakes in something like $12 million a year and doesn't pay taxes. Give me a break.
I know Southland Christian.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
They're going to pray the gay away.
The preacher stands up there with in the blue jeans.
Oh, and then he's laser light projected into the other one.
One of the churches is a hologram
yeah,
of him.
it's a hologram.
Oh, is it?
It's a 3D picture of him at the other church.
So with both, there's two churches, and he's only in one of them, and they project him to the other one.
Well, for goodness sake.
Anyway, we've taken enough of your time. We apologize.
Okay.
We've got a lunch date.
Okay. You can call me.
Okay. Can I call you Mabel?
Why, naturally.
Well, you tell Frank we said hello.
When I get that other one, I'll let you know.
Thank you so much.
Try to hang on to everything.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's getting a bigger file.
Yeah, slowly.
Honey, I tell you, he might as well.
No,
Because
save it.
He's in for a
rude awakening.
Yes, I am.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you. Bye-bye.